I wanted to be a YouTuber years earlier than I actually started. And the reason why I procrastinated for years was because I thought I looked ugly on camera. I would see all these other guys who looked pretty, and I always felt kind of insecure of the few times that I would maybe take some selfies or record some videos when I was a lot younger. So I wish someone told me what I'm about to tell you, and I'll jump straight to it so I'm not wasting your time. You're actually a lot more attractive than you realize, and other people are less attractive than you realize. I don't mean to shit on the other people, but just think about this. Where is your perception of other people's attractiveness actually coming from? Most of it will be the content that they post online. And I'm telling you right now, as especially someone who's in the fitness niche, maybe you'll know this, is like you can make yourself look a lot better and a lot bigger and whatever, like prettier. Girls can make themselves look like they've got more ass. Like it's absolutely insane. I've had like, fitness girls before, girls who are like really into gym culture and they've got awesome physiques. But then when they're posting pictures with that, like, the weird fucking body, like the posture with one leg's back, taking the picture like this, their glutes look insane, twice as big as they actually are. And the same with like this is like what my arms look like normally. And I'm pretty big, right? And of course I can flex, okay? But I can make this look like an extra 25% as big with the right angle, the pump and everything. I can make my V-taper look even better, my six-pack look better, my jawline look better, just by the careful curation of using the angles and lighting and poses and facial expressions. But people don't actually look like that in real life. This is the problem. You know how you look 24/7. What you're not seeing with all these like cute looking people online is they've posted the one picture where they look pretty good out of the 500 that they took that week. Of the 500, if you got to see them, I'm sure you'd still think, oh yeah, they're pretty, they're pretty attractive, whatever. But you'd go over some of them and be like, oh, like his double chin is actually much worse than I thought. Oh, his jawline's actually not as sharp. Oh, his hair looks kind of shit in this one and this one. And that's what that guy's thinking too, but he's not going to show you those ones. He's not going to just randomly press record and just start, like giving you advice on a YouTube video like this. He's gonna go and make his hair look pretty and stuff, get the perfect angle first that makes his jawline look a little bit better, because people have like an image to keep up. I don't mean to shit on these people and even to you, but I have thought recently, especially for men, that so much thinking about your appearance, it is quite weak and feminine in my opinion. Now, I know how important it is to get onto looks maxing so that you can start attracting girls. I totally understand that. And I've done that myself when I was younger and I was going for more of that like pretty look. But I am seeing the dangerous rise in guys who are not thinking about any genuinely fulfilling goals and mission and purpose, but instead are just looking at superficial things like their fleeting appearance, trying to make money as fast as possible, trying to get followers and clout. This is all like modern day psyoping. Maybe you need to do this yourself. Here's an action step if you want to scare yourself a little bit. Open up a new tab on your computer or get your phone ready and go over to ChatGPT. It's like this AI software, you've probably heard of it right now. Go onto it, describe yourself in 1 or 2 sentences, your age, your country, what you look like, what your height or whatever is. And then ask it, if you were the devil, the most evil entity to exist, how would you weaken men like me? Press enter and see what it responds with. Because what's shocking about this is the response perfectly reflects what modern life is like, where young men now fantasizing and obsessing over appearances instead of their purpose and community. You clicked on this video, like this is such a clickbait video that so many other YouTubers have made, and it gets a fuck ton of views because so many people are so obsessed with their appearance. And I understand why you are, because you think it's of utmost importance for you to fit in, to look like those like high status seeming TikTok guys, to attract the girl who's liking the TikTok boy pictures. But there's a whole world out here. There's a lot of people, a lot of guys who are just focused on their craft, their skill, the same as yours. And you won't even be able to even be seen as any kind of competition because they're more focused on that craft. And look, I'm not saying to go extreme and to like just be fine with being ugly. Of course not. I still think appearance is an important thing in this modern day. But there comes a time when you're almost obsessing over it too much and it's not even serving you. There's the thinking about appearance that makes you feel good, and you choose the clothes that make you feel good today, and you work out because you want to have a body that represents like a healthy, strong person. That makes you feel good. That's awesome. But then what I am seeing is the toxic comparison of so many young people now, where now your thoughts of appearance aren't the ones that make you feel good, but they're the ones that make you feel bad. They're the ones that make you feel insecure. Instead of you looking into the mirror and smiling, like, feeling happy about the person you've become and the looks that you have, you get sad because it doesn't look like the guy on TikTok. The guy on TikTok doesn't even fucking look like the guy on TikTok. Like, I'm telling you, as being an influencer myself, sometimes you post content and like pictures and shit where you look like fucking 5 times better. Everyone does this. I'm telling you right now, it's like exposing from like the influencer's side. It's a lot easier to take these pictures and videos that make you look way better. And your problem is, as someone who's probably not like an influencer, you're seeing all these pretty face-tuned people. If you followed one of these like cute looking guys around 24/7 when they first wake up and they got shit in their eyes, when they go into sleep and they're tired and they're mouth breathing and they're eating some shit food, the times where they're like jacking off like little monkeys, you'd really humanize them and be like, oh yeah, he's a bit of a loser as well. Like, he's got like a 7-hour screen time. He's a fucking loser. Like, oh, look at the way he's texting girls. He still texts like a fucking simp. It's so easy to fantasize about someone and to look up to them from the side and think, wow, like, his jawline, oh, his hair looks pretty and stuff. Yeah, but he's getting like cheated on right now by a guy who's got like a fucking buzz cut. He's like failing in school and his dad fucking swears at him every day and he doesn't know what to do with his life. He makes no money. He gets girls messaging him first, but they're not really attractive ones, and the rare attractive girl that messages him, he fucks it up because he's never learned how to actually talk to girls before. If you wouldn't trade lives completely and wholly with another person, then you shouldn't even consider one aspect of them that you wish that you had, because it's not, literally, it doesn't serve you at all to think like that. If you're the kind of guy who can do this in like a positive way, where when you think of what someone has, like some aspect of their personality or their appearance, it gives you a sense of like inspiration and a smile and a pleasantness, where you're thinking like, wow, like this guy, he's got like a similar facial structure to me and he got a haircut, he got a buzz cut, I don't know, and he looks better. Maybe I'll give that a try because it'll probably work for me. That's actually a pretty sweet way to go about this. But if you're looking at guys from like different fucking races, like if you're brown, you're looking at all these cute white boys on TikTok where you can't even, recreate their style. There's no benefit to that. How is this any different from the girls who have always been obsessed with like some celebrities? Like back in my day, girls used to look at pictures of like Kim Kardashian and say like, oh, I just wish I looked like that, without realizing like just how much fucking Photoshop has happened. And then when you look at like the paparazzi photos of celebrities like Kim Kardashian and you see like what her figure, her physique looks like, looks fucking shit, looks fucking weird. But of course, when it's a photo shoot and they've literally edited the pictures, yeah, of course she looks like she's got the best proportions, but that's not real life. It's not real life. Like when you're comparing yourself to these people, you're not even comparing yourself to real people. You're comparing yourself to the carefully edited pictures that they've like purposefully put out compared to the 500 that they didn't. And this isn't to mention already, like we haven't spoke about, it's like this shit's actually way more photoshopped than you think. Like again, back in my day, the biggest like photo editing stuff that we had was like Snapchat filters where there was like a little dog, like the dog little nose and ears would come out and girls would take pictures with that. Now you have apps, and not just Photoshop, but you have like AI apps that you press one fucking button and it makes you look better. You can just fucking tell when like girls are using this because their skin is like completely clear or something. Like everyone's using this shit, and so you're comparing yourself to people who are using this bullshit, or people who have literally spent 5-10 minutes grabbing their light, putting it in like different places in their room to get a little bit more jawline. Like they don't actually look that different to you. It's just because they've put in this effort to just carefully, show out this broadcast, like this picture to the world, because this is how they're seeking validation and status, by how pretty they are. I want you to think right now the version of you as a man where you are seeking status by how pretty you are, because that's where you are right now. That's why you clicked on this video. Now I could give you the same bullshit advice as I've seen in other videos where I'm telling you like, yeah bro, you're actually really cute and whatever, but the truth is maybe the whole thing is fucked up. The fact that you care so much about your appearance and that's where you're seeking validation, status and recognition for, instead of the achievements that has genuinely made you into a better man. There's a version of you that spends time looking at fucking hair tutorials, and then there's a version of you that spends time researching like how to improve your leadership skill. In both scenarios, you're gonna get some sort of status, recognition and validation from people. Don't forget that there's like a whole world out here and shit is competitive, and spending so much time on your appearance is not helping you as much as you think it is. You know how we realize that like like porn is a distraction, social media is a distraction, so are these superficial things that ebb and flow, that come and go. The appearance, the money, the followers. You're not ready for this conversation. Well, maybe you are, but like a lot of people who have already clicked off, they're not ready to have their worldview shattered by a guy who achieved like the success that most people have wanted, but in my 20s. I'm telling you, it's like it's a lot more empty than you realize. That's what I want to try and save you from today, so I hope this helps you. Top link in the description. You can get some action steps sent to your inbox directly from me if you want. Goodbye.